So we're back in the kitchen cooking. You're going to make something from turkey.
Turkey, yeah.
So we're going to focus on lamb. You can also use beef if you don't like the lamb, but lamb is huge.
Lamb is huge over there, but I mean, again, I think what's great about this is it's showing something from their culture, showing something about their flavors. But if lamb's not your thing, you can transfer it over to beef. I mean, you could even probably do this with chicken.
You could probably do it with chicken.
I mean, I don't think it would be a Turkish recipe anymore, but I think the thing is, those flavors are there, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and I love that. That's what I love about traveling, is going around and seeing, different, like the way they pair things and the different ways of. I mean, this is apricots in it. Right.
Yeah. So, often enough, and we're looking at pictures right now, we are doing very similar recipes, but we're using different things, and as you said, pairing different things together. What are we looking at right now?
This was the Blue Mosque, and I mean, it is absolutely beautiful. It's like, I think it's the largest mosque outside of Mecca. And I mean, it's an amazing landscape to the city. You're walking around and there's these mosques everywhere. And we went inside. We had the honor of going around and looking through, and it's just the culture is just amazing. It's absolutely awe-inspiring, I think.
It's the attention to detail too, right? So now, let's talk a little bit about the market.
I mean, as a chef, the Egyptian spice market. Hello.
Yeah.
I mean, we got off the tram, and I'm like, and the streets are all windy, can't find it. I smell it. I found it. Right? But it's like there's just like everything is so fresh. They've got the turmerics, they've got the saffrons, they've got the everything you can think about.
Right.
And I mean, I've got this one here. It's called the Ottoman spice, and it's their own mix.
Did you bring saffron back?
I brought Turkish saffron back.
Good.
I bought, well, actually, I bought about 12 different spices, and I'm going through customs with my bags thinking, they're spices. Honest, they're spices.
Smell it.
Yeah, like look at these. I mean, this is, and what's great is it's the mixtures, the combinations, like their fish spice, their salad spice, and then the Turkish delight, which we're going to talk about a little bit later on.
Yes, because we might think Turkish delight is one thing, but it might not be what we're thinking in our head, like the real Turkish delight, right?
Well, I feel bad saying this, but I think of Turkish delight as my grandma's knickers, that the kind of, it's rose water, it's horror, like it's just, but it's just rosy, it's like, and yet you go over there and it's not that.
It's totally
It is not that. They've got pistachios in it, and we'll get, but let's talk about this lamb.
We'll get into that later. So we're going to make a lamb pilau. So it's lamb mixed with all sorts of good stuff,
and really
rice
it's just
as well.
diced lamb. You can use, if you don't want to get into the, like this is a lamb sirloin.
Yeah.
But you can, go into like a nice lamb loin or something a little bit more leaner.
Yeah.
But the fat is quite nice in here, right?
Well, lamb for me is special because it's just a meat we don't eat every day.
Yeah.
So I love it.
And you can get it in the stores now, little sirloins, which are fantastic. So with this though, and I brown this a little bit longer, but you want to brown it nice. Once you go with that, you throw in nice big chunky onions. You don't have to get technical on this, just throw them in there. And then you've got garlic, because everything's got garlic, that's what I love about it. Right. Now, I didn't have this in the recipe because I wrote some of these recipes before my trip, and then when I got back, I got this Ottoman spice. But if you've got a real fun spice that you want to add to this, fantastic. So, some chilies in there or whatever.
Is that super hot, Dave?
It's not. No, it's, this is the great thing about their spices they're balanced. They understand the flavors. So when you try it, you get a little bit of everything. I think we get carried away sometimes and we throw in all these spices, but all it tastes like is heat. Yeah, exactly, cayenne or whatever. So, so the great thing with this, it's a total one-pot dish. So this is something you can cook, put it in the middle of the table, your whole family can enjoy from. But we brown the lamb, then cinnamon, but basmati rice.
Okay.
Throw the rice right in there. Right, and then you've got your stocks, and you can use lamb stock, chicken stock. I've got beef stock here, and you just basically pour in your stock in, and it's basically like a stew, but with the rice in there, right?
So it's all going to cook together.
Yeah, but what's great is you just let that tick away.
Good.
I know, isn't it fantastic? You put that on the stove, and then you just let it simmer away, and after about 30 minutes, look at this. Look at that! Isn't that amazing?
That's amazing.
Now I added my apricots in earlier, but I've got apricots in there.
Yeah.
Which I think is the really interesting spin on things.
Yeah.
And then you put toasted almonds in there.
Oh, right.
I mean, how cool is that, right? And now you're looking at this and going, well, this is a really heavy dish. It's kind of rich, But what I love is you get that fresh herbs, the mixture of spices and herbs.
Yeah.
Brilliant, because it really does help to balance it out.
So you're in a hot climate and you're eating these really hearty dishes. Like, did you find that you were like, hold on, I can't have another meal. I need another 5 hours before I eat again?
Well, you sit down, you eat a big meal, you get up, you go, I don't want to eat anything else. You take 2 steps, you smell something else, and go, oh, I'm hungry.
Try that.
You know, but you know, the weird thing is though, is I don't think, like, we get a little carried away over here in America with our portion sizes too.
Right.
All right. And
just a
you know,
bit.
if you get a little bowl of this and you eat that with some little pita on the side and that, you enjoy it, it's fantastic. You know, it is like a little bit of an intense flavor, but it's not a mountain of food.
Right.
You know, and I think that's what really makes the difference. But, you know, this to me, if you're making it for lunch, you take that, you put it, you wrap it in the pita, and you go off. You go. If you're having a dinner, then you do a big bowl like this. You know, and you know, you put some nice little tzatziki. You can put tzatziki on there, right?
Oh yeah.
And now in Istanbul, it's yogurt, garlic, and dill. It's not tzatziki because.
Oh,
you know, it's
okay, all right, that makes sense.
But the freshness that really brings it to life.
So what do you do there other than eat?
I don't know. That's all I did.
That's, that's probably all I would do as well, and I am not a chef.
I know, but you know what? It was. I think Istanbul was such an amazing city to see, though, especially coming from the calmness of the islands, right into this busy culture. Everybody's very busy walking around. We went around to all the mosques. We went to a cistern that was under the ground that had been there for thousands of years. I mean, the one mosque that now is a museum was a Christian church in like 500 AD.
See what I mean?
You know,
that cross section,
and then
I love it.
It is, and I'll tell you, the people in Greece and in Turkey were the most friendliest, welcoming, proud of what they are, and they want to show you it and share it with you. And it was the most amazing place to visit.
Good stuff.
Yeah.